Hello, and welcome to Three Dudes and a Lady. Join us for a little inspiration, a little motivation, and perhaps a way to start your day. I am Mike from Virginia, and my gratitude this morning is for a cool, pleasant morning outside.
Yeah, good morning, folks. My name is Earl, living in the state of North Carolina, and my gratitude, I'm going to echo on Mike. It's actually a nice breeze out this morning, sunny and refreshing.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Jay Anderson from the wild, wonderful state of West Virginia. My gratitude is not for the paintbrush.
Hey guys, it's Christine Wright hailing out of the great state of Florida. My gratitude is for the state of Florida. I'm grateful that I live here. So today Jay Shetty talked about everyone's an influencer, right? He brought up how there's dark matter in space and how it has a gravitational pull, even though it's not, it's not something that's readily known about or seen or but just because something is not highly visible doesn't mean that it doesn't have an impact, right? So like when you call a company and you deal with a customer service rep, you're dealing with one person, and that one person has an impact on our perception of the company, whether it's good or bad. It could be either one, right? So some people have more visibility. We all have impact, right? Sometimes we may feel invisible, but the truth is people see our actions and how we make them feel, right? The server at a restaurant is the one that makes or breaks our experiences, right? Even though that's not the CEO of the company, but that person, he or she, is the one that we're experiencing, right? What individual people do or act can change our perspective about a company or our day or about life. We all have the same impact on others, but influencers in a platform don't make you an influencer, right? Although a lot of us think that, especially right now, it's easy to say, oh, that person has a huge following. Well, it wasn't always like that. They started somewhere. But we see our perception is we see the success and growth and how it looks now compared to when they first started, like a Jay Shetty. It wasn't easy for him when he got started. It wasn't, right? But now he has this huge following and he's living in his best life, right? Like this is what he wanted to do all along. But it took time, right? And I love this one because we all have a perception on a company, right? When as soon as he brought up the customer service thing, I'm sure we all thought about how we handled a call with a customer service rep and what our perception was of that company after we got done. Would you guys agree? It happens all the time.
Yes.
Yeah, it can
Oh,
also it can also set the tone as soon as somebody picks up the phone, and you hear it in the person's voice saying, "Hey, good morning. Thank you for calling ABC Company. My name is Earl. How can I help you today?"
right. Yeah. Compared to like somebody who seemed like they're aggravated because maybe they just got yelled at on the phone before you, you know?
Right. And what you're right, and if they are calling to complain, what you want to do, not necessarily match their voice, but try to put the fire out a little bit, saying, "Okay, what can we do to help you today to resolve this problem?" And then shut up and listen. And then if you have to direct them to the right person, then just say, "Oh, well, I know somebody who can handle that matter better than me. Can I put you on a brief hold for just 1 second and make it as quick as possible?"
Feel
And
bad for
then
customer service reps.
right for customer service reps, but also to set a good example for let's be an example for like a market or when you walk into a store. How are you greeted as soon as you open that door? And just now, some stores are not as I don't want to say friendly, but they're in their own mind when you walk into their business. Others are like, "Hey, welcome in. You know, I'll be with
Yeah.
you just a second." And that's the one thing I notice around certain places here in Raleigh, North Carolina. You're in a good place. If they are busy, they'll just say, "Hey, I'll be right with you. Just 1 moment, okay? Just hang on." If you say those words right away, they're paying attention to you.
Yep.
So it's sometimes it's the little things at first that make a big difference.
Oh, for sure. It changes our perception of the company, And we don't think of it like that when you're in the moment of that. Like you think, oh, I really like this company now, like we don't necessarily, we may reflect on it later, but I don't think we necessarily think about it in that very moment. Mike, did you want to add something? You look like
I
you have
was
to say.
I was thinking, one, Earl, you're in the South. Okay, just
Yes,
face it. People are going
Southern
people
hospitality.
are going people are gonna say hi. Go down the road, people set my hand out like, who the hell are you?
Yeah.
Uh,
We get to live
my
in Southern
thought,
Yeah, but
hospitality. It's a
yeah,
good
but
thing. It's a
well,
good thing.
I might be in the South, but you know how much competition's in the South too.
oh yeah,
I
yeah,
mean, yeah. I
yeah,
mean, I think of it from a competitive standpoint. Not because I mean, I love the South here. The locals here are very friendly for the most
oh
part.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, and but you could tell a transplant from from a local right away. But the thing of it is when you know you've got competitors knocking on your door for that same type of business, you know you're going to bring your A game because you want that piece of business. And
right,
I learned that a long time ago when I was in the transportation business, the truck company I worked for. The owner of our company says it's not about the price, guys. It's about the service. If you provide the
yeah,
best service and taking care of your customer, they're going to come back to you. And that he goes, it's the truth. And you know what? Still, that he's retired now, but still that day, it's what I believe in. See, if you give the best perception of yourself, right when the first 10 seconds when they walk in the door, or if they're on the phone, um, bring your A game.
mm.
Yeah, I mean that's what we face with each and every day. I'm
The other
gonna
thought,
go ahead, Mike.
the other thought I had is there's one company I have to call fairly frequently. It's a health insurance company, and they are super nice when you get them on the phone. They're friendly, and it is a Virginia-based company, but I hate their automated attendant. Did you guys watch? Did you guys watch Night Court back in the 80s?
A little
Remember
bit,
that show?
a little bit.
Remember that little short, older woman who has a gravelly voice? That's what it sounds like. It sounds like just before the automation answers the phone, they take a big drag off and say, right, welcome to press one for like it's like chalk, it's like fingernails on a chalkboard when I hear that. And that's the only negative thing I ever say when I do the surveys. Like, replace your automated attendant to something that sounds like a real person.
Some of it might be outdated, Mike. I mean, they don't even
Oh yeah.
realize it until the last moment. So
And
some
they
of it's
don't call to listen to it. It's just it's us, right?
right, exactly. Yeah, exactly. But the thing is, with AI, the way it works today, we try to do our best to bring the customer service without the AI interfering with it.
Right.
Because there are some people that are old school. They rather hear the person face to face would be better, but um, doing what it takes to get the business. I mean that's the world we live in today.
Yeah. Very thought I had at the very beginning of this is um and I think it's been attributed to Leonardo da Vinci, the butterfly effect.
Mm.
Oh,
Yep,
One action influences something that totally unseen in someone else's life.
for sure. Because you could be the customer, you could be either one, right? Like you could be the one causing the trauma or the negativity on that person's
Mhm.
day, or you could be the light in that person's day, right? Maybe they just got yelled at, and now all of a sudden you show up and you're pleasant, nice to deal with, easy, and super grateful for them, right? Whereas the person
Mhm.
before them might have been a complete jerk. You don't ever know. Jay, I know you got something cooking up in there.
yeah, he does.
Yeah, I'll lead in with a question. How do you feel about these young or younger generation people who claim to be an influencer as their job, have over 1 million followers, and are paid a lot of money? How do you feel about those? Just
I
curious.
I feel like they worked really hard to get there. I know it probably was one video that was because I seen it from the inside, right? Especially with Emma and her days as an influencer. Like I seen the work that she put into that. And it's not easy. I mean, we see like this million followers and all this stuff, like all the glamour and glitz of it all. But also those people work hard, right? They are definitely scrutinized every single day. They probably get bad stuff just along with the good stuff, right? It
Well,
comes
when you consciously decide that you want to be an influencer, you that is part of the take.
that is part of it.
That
Absolutely.
you want to be known for something. It isn't, and it is about you. So that's part A. Part B question is why do we as a society follow along?
Because it's
Why
our
are we
worldly view.
Because we are a creature of habit. That's why.
And it's just replaced something else that distracts us in our day. It used to be, you know, radio, TV. Now it's internet.
now it's reality.
It's just a progression.
Now it's
That's
Society.
reality. Yeah. So I don't know. I have mixed feelings. I see sometimes I see these self-proclaimed influencers that just do the most stupidest things that I've ever seen.
And their following loves it. You know what I mean? That's what
Their
they don't know.
Yeah,
following
yeah.
absolutely eats it up.
Yes.
So really, are they not the smart one? They know how to, they have figured out how to capitalize on something so mundane. Yeah, it might be hard work, but damn, they're having fun doing it.
Yeah. They're
So it's perceived that way. So it's perceived that way. And Christine, you might be right. We don't know what's going on behind the scenes. We've
yeah.
seen some influencers take their lives here in the last couple of years. So we're not, the verdict's not in on that.
Yeah.
This is interesting because
Just to turn that around on you, Jay, isn't that kind of what we're trying to do?
that,
On a,
that's why I was
on a
trying to
small
figure
scale
out how
right
to
now,
word
but
everything. I was questioning first to get lead-ins to help me track where I was heading.
okay,
So, yes, no, it's 100% what we're doing. It's 100% what Jay Shetty does.
exactly.
Mhm.
So, here's the thing. It's the point that he made that makes this conversation exist is we all are influencers certain ways. We don't necessarily announce it, nor do we necessarily think that we are influencing. But when we do or say anything and people listen, we might not understand the impact, but it could be impactful.
For sure. And
You
that's
know,
what Jay was exactly what he was saying is we don't understand the impact, right?
100%.
Yeah. And it goes along with the butterfly effect that Mike was talking about, right?
Is 100%
Mhm.
along with that. And it's no difference when you go to a conference. It really doesn't matter what the conference is, but when they bring in the talent to speak and talk, those are influencers.
For sure.
They might not be recognized that way, but they are.
Well, and it's not that they're not recognized because most of the time when speakers come in to talk at conferences, they have a platform, right? They're already an influencer on that
They're
platform.
already, that's
Yeah.
right.
We just don't look at it in a manner of they're an influencer, right? Like,
That's
for instance, let's bring up Ed Milet because he's getting ready to show up at the Symmetry Conference. He was at a conference of mine just recently, so it's like, um, it, he has a podcast following, like he has a platform, right? And he's performing on that platform and, influencing other people, right? And but the thing is like, what Jay was saying is those people are already looked at as influencers, right? But you have the normal, like Earl, for instance, he's driving around right now, right? He could influence somebody's day just by showing up, right? As his best self. Now, you can influence somebody's day in a negative way as well, because, if you're negative, then you could, spew that out on other people. And the last thing we want to do, we want to be the light, right? Always want to be the light in somebody's day. I don't want to be the negative in somebody's day.
Talk
Depends.
about Earl for a minute. He's driving his car right now. He could influence someone's day just by yielding to them
Or
in
waving
traffic.
at them.
I
I mean, when we come
appreciate
into
when people
church
do
every
that for
Sunday,
me.
every single Sunday, we drive into church, right? And they have the parking guys out there waving at you, right? And we always, the whole car waves back at them. I always make sure, I'm like, you guys all wave back at them. Like, they're doing a service for us, right?
Yeah.
By finding parking spots for us, but they're also out there in the heat. And it's hot here in Florida. Like, it's really hot right now to be outside, standing outside for hours and helping people and waving at people and being happy.
So same said person goes to an event, let's say a concert's going on and you're driving in, and that same person just happens to be the guy that does that on the side, and he starts waving at you. When you go to a concert, do you wave back?
Oh yeah, I'm waving back.
Just curious. Interesting. This is a great subject. It really is. The thing of it is, each and every one of us, in my mind, are influencers. You know who the biggest influencer was, or still is, and will always be?
You're gonna tell us. Oh yes,
Mhm.
yeah, for sure.
God.
Hey, can I give you two examples of influences from yesterday that
No,
ironically happened?
No, we're out of time.
Oh, thank
no, we
you,
want to
Jay.
hear it. Yes,
Yeah,
No,
let's kidding
go
you,
ahead.
Earl. Come on.
Go, go ahead, Earl.
we
Well,
definitely want to hear it.
of course, I do DoorDash part time on the side here, and one of the deliveries I made yesterday was actually to a financial company here in Raleigh. They ordered some lunch, uh, decent size order, and I went up there not realizing it was a financial. Now, yesterday I was wearing my jeans, but I had a nice shirt on yesterday, and the guy who greeted me at the door, because I had to get his identification pin, he said, "Hey, how's your day going?" I said, "Oh, it's going well." I said, "Yeah, I do this part time." He goes, "What's your full time career, or do you have a full time career?" I goes, "Yeah, I'm an insurance broker." He goes, "Wow." He goes, "How you liking it?" I said it's good. I work for a contractor with a good company. I'm an independent business owner." He goes, "You know what? You seem like the kind of guy that people would like." And he said that right in my face.
Oh, that's so. I bet that made your
Is that
day, right?
It did. It did. I mean, and I'm not going to give out the name of the company I went to. Um, but it's a very popular name out there. Well, all I'm going to say is when I walked in now, I don't want to say I felt down, but I felt like, okay, just get in, get his number, and get out. And but they all stopped me, and they all smiled and shook my hand, and said, "Have a great day." Said, "Hope the rest of your day goes well." 2 hours later, I was just hung up for a while, and I got a grocery shopping order. And I hate doing the grocery shopping. I really, it's gotten under my skin. But this was a pickup order, and I picked up the order. I brought it to the lady's house. Little did I know, she gave me a $40 tip. I was like, I have never gotten that. But she said, "Thank you very much for taking the time to doing this for me. You're one of the nicest drivers." I felt like God was just watching over me yesterday.
Oh, for sure,
Mhm.
no doubt.
I I was like, and I mean, it didn't have to be that way. For those kind of orders, you're lucky if you get paid 15. And but when I saw the 40 in my I was like, "Oh Lord, thank you very much." And I just, that those kind of influences can really spark your day. So it's the little things. Even though this is just part time and I have a full time career, it's always the little things on a Monday that can make your day to help bring influence to others. Forward that love that people need to hear.
Yeah.
I,
Have you ever met someone who you didn't recognize, but they told you you made an influence on their life?
Um, Oops, did I mute myself out? No, I didn't.
No.
Oh,
Yeah.
You mean in this business? I I met a couple people that they greet you in a certain way, and they said, "Earl, it was great to meet you. I hope the rest of your day goes well."
I
Is that
mean,
what you're
like,
talking about, Mike?
I mean, somebody that you did have an influence on, but you forgot got them, and you met them years later. And it happened once. I was at my BNI meeting, and this uh, guy was there, and name and face didn't register at all. And he says, and he was working for a bank. He said, "You started my career." What? Who are you? What? He said, I had I had interviewed him back, oh God, in probably the late 90s. We did we had to be trained to do job interviews. So I was like one of only three people, and we had 30 plus openings. So we were rolling through interviews like crazy, right? But
Actually, hey Mike, I want to bring up someone. I have to look at my phone book for the guy's name, but we met in Dallas at the Advanced Markets Conference when I
uh,
went last year. I sat next to a guy who was from San Francisco, and we kind of became friends. We were just talking, and then he saw Scott Hubner. Scott Hubner was one of the guests,
mhm.
and Scott and I told him. He goes, "Who's this guy, Scott Hubner? He has trainings on Wednesdays and Fridays," and I gave him the whole spiel about it. And I said, if I were you, I would write down his schedule, even though you're in California time. Get up early, attend one of his things, and see what it does for your business. And I'll tell you what, he took off. Now he had some friends around that helped him influence, but he reached out to me. He said, "Earl, I want to thank you for recommending me to Scott Hubner. This really helped me, and I hope it helps you in your business." He goes, "You're awesome. Thank you." And when I got that, I was like, you know what? Life has its blessings.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
And,
like it made your day, right? This happened to Mike and I a lot within the insurance business. Like
yeah.
even agents that didn't stick, right? That maybe left and moved on to something bigger and better that were they were more meant to do, right? We have a couple that always like there's like three of them that will reach out to us periodically and just say, "Hey, we really appreciate everything that you and Mike have done for us." Whatever the case may be. But there's like three of them that do it quite often. Probably every like 6 months, they're texting us, or if they post something on social media, and Mike and I comment on it, they'll usually respond back to us with something that we did that we had no idea that we were doing. Like we were just being who we are, right?
Mhm.
A lot of times that's all it is you're just being who you normally are, right? You're being your authentic self, and that will show through, and you end up making an impact on somebody without even knowing it, right?
Mhm.
Now, if you're a negative Nancy, you may need to work on yourself a little bit. Just saying.
Yeah.
Poor Nancy
Yeah,
And,
poor
and
Nancy. Nancy or Nate.
or
and
Karen. Karen.
Karen.
I've been down that rabbit hole before. Trust me. I admit it. I'll be the first to admit it. I had to work on myself a few times, and I feel I'm a much better person now.
Right. Well, yeah, and like the last thing you want to do is even if you're having a bad day or something's going on in your world that is not good, the last thing you want to do is portray that out to anybody else, right? Like, and a lot of times that is normal for us to do, is right. It's like we're having a bad day and all of a sudden we're taking it out on other people, which is what we do.
Yeah.
That's where you got to be careful because that's an influence too. It's just a negative one.
Here's a challenge.
Oh,
If you're having a bad day, go out and find somebody who'll make your day better.
Oh yeah.
oh, nice. Nice. So
Or
It's a
true.
challenge, but it's
or
true.
watch a funny cat video.
Folks, I think it's easy to see that we're not licensed therapists. Man, do we go down some rabbit holes. But it's well worth it. Today we listened to the AppCom, Jay Shetty's app on the AppCom. And today's subject, everyone's an influencer. I want to let everybody in on a secret. There's three people on this panel, besides myself, who have influenced me over the last several years. in ways that you have no clue. I'll personally acknowledge them. Christine, I think I came up to you in one of the conferences. I think it was down in Florida, and we were having a get together that evening. All of us were standing around, and I think I came up to you and I said, I really enjoy listening to what you do. You're awesome. I think that was pretty much what I said, and it caught you off guard.
It did, for sure.
Also, you remember,
Yep.
so you influenced me. Mike Jones, I remember meeting you uh, and thinking, damn, he's tall. But then
And he is tall.
he is tall. You influenced me because when I love waiting to listen to you, and I'm going to use the word waiting, it's your style. You're not one to just jump in and say and blabbermouth like me. And the words of wisdom that comes within that weight is always inspiring to me. So I thank you. Earl, I'm going to tell you something, buddy. You influenced me more than you'll ever know. You're the epitome of don't quit. You are the guy that digs down, and when it's tough, you just keep digging. I think it's easy to see why I say the three of you guys have influenced me in ways beyond words can explain. That's what makes this so much fun to do. I encourage you guys to come, listen, pay attention, get on, subscribe to us, make comments. Please be positive. That's all I ask. There's nothing in our conversations that we try to portray negativity. It's not who we are. But I think if we as individuals take a look of the people around us, we could probably say the same thing all the way around the circle here. That's what's cool about this podcast. So thank you three for being influencers to me.
Hey, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content. We hope to see you soon.
Deuces.